Boys and girls, crawlers of all ages, welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft circuit board. And today I'm going to show you guys block update detectors. Cue the intro! Alright guys, before I show you some of the designs for the block update detectors, I should let you guys know the nickname is called Bud. A Bud switch is usually the most common one it's called, but there's different kinds. There's three different kinds. There's Bud switches, Bud flops, and then Redstone detectors. The Redstone detectors detect redstone, dust, redstone torches, and redstone repeaters. And we'll go ahead and show you. We'll show you all those. But the difference, I'm going to show you guys right now, or tell you guys right now, the difference between the Bud switches and the Bud flops are that the Bud switches actually emit a very short pulse, or a limited pulse, I should say, while the Bud flops actually toggle between on and off whenever you place and remove a block. So if you place the block, you're toggling it on or off, and then when you remove it, you're toggling it back. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Here's the Bud switch. This is one of the first designs that I actually learned how to build. Let's just go ahead and grab some dirt here. We're just going to use this. Most Bud switches are actually detectable on the pistons. It's the mechanic that the piston has, that it updates on at a block vertically. However, this one does not follow this mechanic. This is a Bud switch that does not utilize the mechanic that all the other ones does. So it's very unique. So let me just go ahead and show you guys this right here. So what's happening on this one is that this is actually pushing out, stopping the piston from actually pushing down, even though this power is on. So this should be powered, but until this block actually gets an update, it's not going to move down. This one, if you guys, I don't know if I can, I don't think I can move it slower, but you guys can see right there. So what's happening is this one's pushing out, and then when this gets turned back on, it can't push down because it can't push on an extended piston. So it's just not working. So until I update it, that's when it happens. Also, guys, a lot of these Bud switches you can change the timing on. This right here can be set to 1. You can just slow it down by increasing the timing on the piston. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and pan through here so you guys can pause it and build it if you want. Now here is the most popular Bud switch that is out right now. This is called the silent Bud switch. If you guys notice that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks in total, not including the redstone up here. So you got 3 pieces of redstone on top of these blocks, so you're adding another 3 blocks. So you notice that this one does not work. Actually, you guys probably don't notice that doesn't work, but the power is off. Randomly, when there is an update, this will turn right back on. Now it's all of a sudden going to work. That should not work. Okay, it's unreliable in this direction. However, for some reason, it does seem to want to work. Hold on. This is where the detector actually comes into play. So, yeah, see, that doesn't work. The detector is on that glowstone block. It's the redstone on that block. It's not the glowstone itself. If I do this, nothing's going to happen. I don't know why that's there, but I'll just go ahead and remove that. But here's the working version. The working version is facing 0 and 2, which is north and south. The one that isn't working is facing east and west, and I'm talking about the torch facing. So this one is working. If I were to do this, you'd notice that there is a bit going on there. Let me go ahead and throw a piston down right there, and you guys can see it pushes up, pushes down. If I put a block on there, you notice that it emits a half a tick pulse right there, which is 1/20th of a second, I believe. So that's really useful for a lot of things. I use it in my cube, my dice. So very awesome, very silent, and uses no pistons. So it's probably one of the most popular. It's going to be the most widely used one for sure. Now this one is a redstone detector. Okay, so what happens here is when I put redstone on any of these blocks, the red blocks are the blocks that I would place redstone stuff on. You can also put these red blocks on these corners as well. Any block adjacent to this dispenser. So if I were to do this, it would turn on. What's happening here is the dispensers have this unique property that when being powered, this is a torch underneath it, so it is literally powering this dispenser right now. If I were to turn it off, you would hear the dispenser going off. You see? Going on and up. But when we leave the power on, which is the lever down, any power, any update we give to this block is going to power it. Because you can't actually place anything on this block, updating it becomes a little bit difficult. Notice that placing blocks here don't actually do anything. Nope. And placing a block on top of it isn't actually going to do anything either. Actually, I gotta get that off. See, placing a block on top of there is not actually going to do anything. So it needs to be a redstone block that updates it, because redstone emits a different sort of detector in a sense. So we put that on there and it will toggle between it. So it's really awesome to have a very specific type of block update detector. I'll go ahead and show you guys. This will also work. See right there. Repeaters, redstone, and torches. Only blocks that'll work. I've tested a lot. And what do we have over here? What is next? Okay, so this is a bud switch and a bud flop. The repeater setting is 1 equals a switch and 2 to 4 equals a flop. So right now it's set to 1. So we know that a switch emits a pulse. So it'll go on and off. On then off. On then off. If we okay, so that's the switch part. If we want to flop, we go 2 to 4. So let's go to 2. So now if I put it on there, it's gonna retract, but it's not gonna push it back out. This is really cool because being able to toggle between the two, you only need one design for both. I find that to be really awesome. Alright, next one is a bud switch. It's very compact, but it only works if the repeater is facing north. So this repeater needs to face north, otherwise it won't work. So, but it's really compact. The whole rear side of it is completely exposed, so it's really nice in that aspect. So it'll work in all of these spots, and you can slow these down, and it still works. Okay, oops, right there. All right, the next one is a bud switch that is single wide, really compact. Somebody had this other design and I didn't like it, and I was like, it had so much unnecessary material on it. So I rebuilt it, and this is what I got out of it. Again, you can slow this down, but it is still a bud switch and not a bud flop. Okay, the next one is a bud flop using this basic design. Now the difference between this and this one is this repeater. What changes this into a bud flop, a bud switch into a bud flop, is the repeater. A repeater being powered, or powering this block, for some reason makes it so that this gets toggled on. I don't even understand why it's staying on, why it would change that mechanic, but for some reason that is causing it to stay on. And yeah, so but this one right here does the same thing, so I'm not sure. But yes, it is really cool design, single wide. None of these are tileable. I'm still trying to find a tileable version of the bud switches, but they're far and few between, it seems. Or I found a few, but none of them that are working right now. But I will find more. I will keep updating as I throw more units in this world. And anyways, guys, that is it for today. If you guys like this video, please like it, thumbs up, all that good shit. And as always, keep crawling and peace out.
Keep crawling.